All right. Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Teo from RBY Pokemon Challenges. Getting ready to do a little bit of a run here. You guys know I just posted the Moltres run like yesterday. My time might be today, your time. I'm not sure. I'm in Japan, guys, so I'm on a different time schedule than most of you. But yeah, Adventures of Link. Hey, thanks for coming. And yeah, it wasn't just you. It was a lot of people replied on my Moltres video, basically noting that, hey, Moltres' moveset in Gen 1 is really terrible, and one of the reasons why is because it doesn't learn any fire-type moves via level up. It gets Leer at level 51, and the basic premise in most people's minds is that the developers probably made a mistake there. They probably intended to give Fire Blast or Flamethrower or something like that, but instead they put in the wrong number and they ended up giving it Leer, a move that basically has no value to this Pokemon. And that's part of what makes Moltres so bad. But there is a way to get Flamethrower on a Gen 1 Moltres without too much difficulty. As long as you had multiple cartridges back in the day, you could have just traded with yourself by just trading the Pokemon over to Pokemon Crystal, go to the move tutor, get it a Flamethrower, trade it back to your Gen 1 cartridge, and, you know, there you go. So we're going to answer the question, would Flamethrower have actually made a difference? Would it have made this run better? There's only one way to find out, so let's get into it. And let's see, sorry, I got to get all this set up here, so let me make sure that I can see my chat clearly. Yeah, thank you for the comment, and it definitely is a good idea. So now with 100% more flamethrowers, we're gonna see if our KFC crispy chicken can get through the game. So yeah, definitely just enjoy listening, dude. So we'll see how many people actually show up, but for now, I'm just gonna get into the run. So basically just a little bit about the setup when I'm doing this over here. Let's see. So you guys may or may not know, I use Gamehook, which is the same software that our guy Scott's Thoughts also uses. He's the one who got me into using it. But basically, it's a way that we can very easily edit things about our Pokemon. And I'm just going to use Gamehook here to give the move... Wait just a second. Flamethrower. There we go. We need flamethrowers, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and lock that in, and now when I come back and I restart the game, basically in the third move slot, my Moltres is going to have Flamethrower. It's just easier to do it this way than messing around with trading between ROMs on my PC, so forgive this style, but we're going to just make it work. So with that being said, let's get into this run now, and let's just start a brand new game. So here we go, and this Moltres here was completely by mistake. I just used the Ultimate Pokemon Randomizer. It randomizes the Pokemon that shows after Professor Oak, and wouldn't you know, it gave us a Moltres, so nice. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and name myself. I'm Teo. Thanks for joining me today. And our rival, he's going to be crispy. Of course. Extra crispy after we burn him. Yeah, Adventures of Link, definitely. This is the thing. If we start allowing the move tutor moves from Gen 2, then so many Pokemon, technically, we should be giving Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, or Flamethrower. And that's what's kept me from doing that in these runs so far. At least with the breeding and the egg moves, you're adding on, it had to be from Gen 2 traded to Gen 1, so you'd have to deal with disobedience. But move tutor moves, you wouldn't have to do that. You could just trade your Pokemon from this cartridge to Pokemon Crystal, teach it the move tutor move, and then trade it back with basically no penalties and just getting the move. So we're not going to be dealing with disobedience in this one because you wouldn't have to. And I think that's kind of the main point here. So Professor Oak, he's a legend, doesn't even care. Catches this Moltres, and Crispy is going to get himself an Eevee that's going to be extra crispy in just a second because we're getting Moltres here. And He's gonna be flamed. No. What should I name this one? You know what? He's gonna be Fuego. Fuego. Yes. Let's go with the fire here. So we can go ahead and check our Fuego, and he is on 0 DVs. This is a 0 DVs run. I'm not guaranteeing that it will be minimum battles at this point. We beat the game at level 62 last time, so we did end up taking 40 optional battles. I'm just hoping to see maybe Flamethrower will let us take fewer optional battles in this one, but it remains to be seen. And here we can see that we start with Peck, Fire Spin, but we've added Flamethrower. Now we have 0 PP on Flamethrower. I could go into Game Hook and add the PP for Flamethrower, but you couldn't have this move at this point in the game. You'd have to get through this fight, then come back, or sorry, get through the Rival 1 fight, then trade this Pokemon to Gen 2, teach it Flamethrower through the move tutor, and then trade it back. So we would never have Flamethrower here for the Rival 1 fight, so I'm just going to leave it with 0 PP. Sorry, very long-winded explanation. And yeah, what's up, D1D? How you doing, bruh? Morning. So here in this first fight, we are just going to go ahead and take down Eevee very easily, I think, if we don't miss a million times with Fire Spin. Basically, we outspeed, so we're always going to win that fight. And we do not level up off of that fight in this case because we have a slow level up Pokemon. It's another reason why our Moltres struggled so much in that first run. But yeah, I do think I'm going to end up getting the rare candy on the SSN. And we're definitely going to level up enough to beat Misty. It takes way fewer than the battles that, or way less than the penalty that we'd get from Bide there. But I mean, we can always try Flamethrower, I guess, just to see. Flamethrower is 95 base power, so it's going to do a lot more damage than Fire Spin. So we might be able to get things in a range, I'm not sure. Oh wait, I don't need to buy anything. What am I doing? Come on, rip. No. My next upcoming run after this is actually going to be my Catch 'em All. So I did buy a bunch of Pokeballs and I got into a bad habit of going to that Pokemon or Pokemart there. But here we go. So now the run is kind of officially on. We are in Viridian Forest and we have Flamethrower. So let's go ahead and get into this bug catcher fight where Flamethrower just one-shots. That's awesome. But the real question is, how is it going to do against Brocky Boy? Because it is a lot more powerful, but I still think the play is probably going to be to go for the Fire Spin on Geodude. So here, yeah, analytical engine, we are using Flamethrower from the beginning. As explained in the intro, you could essentially just take your level 5 Moltres and trade it to Pokemon Crystal and teach it Flamethrower via the move tutor. That would be the only legal way to get Flamethrower in a Gen 1 cartridge on a Moltres, especially at a very low level. Yeah, for sure, dude. Spring forward time. Nice. So here, let's take on Brocky Boy. And here, I'm just going to see, what does Flamethrower do? Does about a quarter here. That's kind of surprising that it does that much. But that kind of means that here, we can Flamethrower it down. Nice. Now, here against Onyx, we're doing about a quarter. And he gets burned? Ah, but he unleashed energy. No. No. Oh, man. Okay. That's the first reset, but we're in this. We're in this. We got this, guys. I swear to God. So, oh, and here we can't even hit with a Fire Spin. Come on. No. But this is actually one other advantage of Flamethrower is that it can burn opponents. And the burn plus Fire Spin could actually be really good. I didn't quite get the range there, so that was bad. But basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to Fire Spin this Geodude down to about a quarter health. think it's slow enough. There it is. Yes. Now, against Onyx, I'm kind of hoping to get the burn here. And that was a 3-turn bide, so we got through. There we go. So, all right. I mean, 2 resets on Brock on minimum battles. That's not bad at all. I'm scared of Misty, though. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. So, we'll take the required battles first. And then if we get really stuck, we may end up taking more on the SSN. I will take only one, for sure, take one optional battle on the SSN in order to get the extra rare candy. The rest of them, I'm going to try to leave it alone. But we can see Flamethrower is kind of stupidly strong. Like, everything's basically a one-shot. So, yeah. Let's just get this going here. This is like the boring part of the run, because there's nothing to do other than just be like, oh, hey, look. I destroy you. Flamethrowers, they're kind of strong, guys. You know? It's like one of my old... I don't know, you guys like George Carlin. One of my favorite George Carlin bits was his flamethrower bit. We have flamethrowers. Somebody said, there's a bunch of people I'd like to set fire to over there, but I'm way too far away to get the job done. Oh, man. Love me some stand-up comedy. Alright, so we're getting through this section just fine. We're going to get to the super nerd. And this, I think, is going to be a cakewalk. Flamethrower. Oh, it's not a one-hit KO at this point. Okay. These opponents are getting strong enough to kind of survive our Flamethrower. But that's okay. We still got through with basically no difficulty. And let's just save and get into the Jesse and James fight. I'm just going to heal just to be safe. Don't want to take resets if I don't have to. And here we are. Flamethrower. Just, man, look how much damage we're doing. Oh, I love it. Yeah. George Carlin on Thomas Tank Engine and Shining. Dude, no, I liked him in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Rufus. Come on. Rufus! Okay. So here we've made it to Cerulean City. We have Flamethrower. So I think we can just take on Rival 2. I don't think this is going to be hard. I think he's going to regret coming up against us. And I think he's really going to regret shoving us out of the way in his grandfather's laboratory. No wonder his grandfather was rooting for us and not him. So here, Flamethrower is not a one-hitter, but it is a two-hitter. It's a one-hitter there on the Sandshrew, though. One-hitter on Rattata. And we burned the Eevee. Yes! Get burned. And now I'm just going to fire spin you because I can. And there we go. We have gotten through that fight just fine. So now we're just going to completely destroy everything on Nugget Bridge, I think. I don't foresee any difficulties. I mean, quick attack. Oh, we got hit by quick attack, guys. No. I mean, if this was a no damage run, that would actually be the end of the run, though. That's pretty much the whole reason why a no damage run would actually be hard in Gen 1. Everything wants to use quick attack on you. Literally everything. So here, I'm just going to heal up. Kind of low health, but I think one Flamethrower is more than enough to deal with this Mankey. There we go. I'll even take on this guy. He's like, I'm pretending to be a guy, but I'm a rocket. What is with the rockets hanging around Cerulean City? I mean, they must be investigating the Cerulean Cave. They're trying to find that Mewtwo, guys. I believe that was their master plan. Yeah, seriously. Oh no! Quick attack, no! Pretty much just ruins people's solo challenges, or no damage challenges, sorry. So we're not going to learn Bide in this one. I have already decided Bide is not an option. in this one. We know at level 27 we can outspeed the Starmie and effectively win, so if we have to, we'll take the optional battles, but I'm going to try a few things first. I'm going to get all the experience I can before Misty, and then I'm going to see if I can beat her. Maybe Flamethrower does the trick. And I should have recovered PP, but I didn't. But that's okay. I have Fire Spin. And it does the job. So I just wasted all this time coming up here, but I did get through the hiker. So that was the scariest fight in that whole section. So I guess it's not a big mistake. It's just, I'm not a speedrunner, guys. If this was a speedrun, we'd be resetting right now. Like, no, I just ruined my entire run. Thank God I don't speedrun. That's all I can say. Here. Oh, and I need to turn on set battle mode. Sorry, guys. There we go. We can just take on this guy. More flamethrowers. Yes. Like, this whole section looks really easy, but I'm pretty sure it's going to ramp up quite a bit later on. I'm pretty sure that there's going to come a point where Flamethrower is not good enough to make our Moltres, like, unbeatably strong. Yeah, I mean, it's not my idea. I've got to give credit to the folks in Discord and Adventures of Link who were posting on the previous video. You know, lots of people were posting about how, you know, Flamethrower would have completely changed this run. I agree. I think it's at least worth checking out. So, Innocent Bystander? Oh, he put us to sleep. No! No, wake up! Wake up! Come on! Okay, we woke up. There we go. Yeah, it was never in question. We were never getting beaten there. Come on. Come on. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Definitely Thunderbolt for Zapdos the whole game would be better, I think. Here, I'm just going to take on this junior trainer here because I think I can. Yeah, look at that. 2 flamethrowers just completely destroyed her little Goldeen. A little goldfish out here trying to take down a legendary bird by pecking it. It's like, I'm more of a bird than you. You can't outbird me. My type should be bird. Alright, so we're moving on to Vermilion City. Let's take on the junior trainer right here, where Flamethrower is just destroying her outside of the quick attacks. And now we can take on this guy, the guy next to Pidgey Girl, and just watch him get destroyed. Nice. So there we go. We have gotten through that whole section. I am going to now move on to here, where I'm just going to pick up the items that I need first. Then I'm going to fight the old man that I need to fight in order to be able to get access to the rare candy on here. This guy right here. He's a gentleman, technically, but I call him an old man every time. And fire types kind of still take a lot of damage from Flamethrower, so I'm quite pleased with that. Now I am going to fight Rival 3 because experience. I think this is just fine, but I'm not going to complete the SSN here. Oh, Eevee, you jerk, you just survive. Yeah. But anyway, we got through that. That was easy. But I'm not going to complete the SSN here. I'm going to leave it so that if I decide to come back down and get more XP, I can. But I'm going to try Misty one time, because maybe Flamethrower is enough. I mean, we're legendary. We have great stats. We have really good special. This could work. In theory. In practice, probably not, but in theory, this could work. So I'm just going to try it. So here we are. We're in Misty's gym. Let's just drop down a save and try Misty herself. So we already outspeed the Staryu, so this is just a matter of Fire Spin. And now I think we can even just peck it down. Cool. Here against Starmie. Okay, that is not quite there, but if we got a critical hit there, and if she used an X defend, I think we can get through this, actually. There we go. We take down the Staryu. Okay, there she X defends. And we also need to keep in mind that Water Gun is much weaker than Bubble Beam. So that could also be a factor in this. Yeah, definitely Hyper Fang also is rough when you're dealing with Rival 2, Rival 3. Fortunately, there aren't many cases where you have to deal with Hyper Fang, but yeah. Oh, here, come on. Come on. Fire Spin, I just need you to do one job. Literally one job. Oh, we burned the Starmie, but... We burned her Starfish, but it didn't work out, so... Okay, there she X defends when we missed. That's fine. But I have faith that I'm going to get through this, guys. You guys might think I'm crazy, but... I mean, we really just need her to use Water Gun and to X defend on the Starmie. And if we get there on full health, we should have a chance. There she X defended when we missed, which was perfect. Ah, come on. Come on, just do the X defend and give us Water Gun. Come on, Misty. I believe you can do it. Here, I think this one's already over. We've missed too many times. But never say die. You know. You got to keep in mind, using Bide here is like equivalent of like 40 resets on my tier list system. So I can get like 40 resets here and still feel pretty darn good. So there she X defended. Ah, if she had just gone Water Gun the time that she went Bubble Beam there, we get through. I'm dead convinced that we get through. Here, I'm just going to do another Fire Spin to be safe, then Flamethrower, perfect. X defend, yes. Okay, Water Gun. Look at that crit. Yes. Oh, she got the crit. No, no. Ah. We might have gotten through that one. No. Oh, man, it kills me inside sometimes. Okay, she used X... Oh, come on. We had the luck. She used X defend when we missed, and then she's just like, no. No. Oh, but there's a nice crit. She just returns the critical hit. Oh, man. Misty's critical hit rate with Starmie is ridiculous. I mean, it is a fast Pokemon. It should get these crits, but it's just so irritating sometimes. You're like, I had exactly what I needed, and she's just... No. Oh, see, and I should have just Flamethrowed there. I would have had the range. See, and there, if we hadn't taken any damage from the Staryu, we would have gotten through. So... It's a lot of luck that needs to line up here, but as far as I'm concerned, it is better than taking optional battles. Still. And there we got wrecked by Bubble Beam. It's just going to be random too. She's just randomizing between Water Gun and Bubble Beam there. There's no guarantee that she'll do one move or the other. She's not smart like that. In later generations, they'd be like, oh, Bubble Beam will one-shot you here, so I'm going to use Bubble Beam. Nope. Not Gen 1. Okay, so here, let's just keep fire spinning, fire spinning, fire spinning. Flamethrower, there we go. Okay. So we're through on full health. We got the crit. X defend? Yes, there we go. We got it. Misty goes down. Told you guys. Only 14 resets. That's not bad at all. That's way better than going around and fighting a bunch of extra trainers and you know, adding bite and all that stuff. So Flamethrower, we can say officially does allow our Moltres to beat Misty on minimum battles without any TMs. So that's kind of nice. Nice improvement there. And now the middle game shouldn't be terrible. I am worried about the Rock Tunnel Hiker. I'm a little worried about Giovanni, but outside of that, not really too much to worry about. I mean, I shouldn't say we're on minimum battles. We took one optional battle in order to get the extra rare candy here on the SSN, but it's not going to mean too much in the grand scheme of things until it comes time to use that extra rare candy at the very end. So here, let's just go ahead and teach Cut to Charmander. Yes, technically Lieutenant Surge is, you know, has a type advantage on us, but he's also dumb. Like, really dumb. So this should be possible. Oh, there we go. We got the switches, so we can get through to Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, definitely sometimes it feels like a lot more than 12 resets, especially when you're using a move like Fire Spin that takes a long time, but, you know, it's still only 12 resets, guys. Oh, you missed out on Flamingo. Oh, we'll get that. Okay. Hold up. Let me get to Lavender where I can change my name. So here, I'm just going to go Flamethrower, Flamethrower, and Flamethrower. And look at that. See, Lieutenant Surge is that dumb, guys. He could just use Thunderbolt and basically end me, but, you know, you can always count on a Lieutenant to do something dumb. Which, I mean, I do come from a military family, so I think that I can at least say, based not on my personal experience, based on stories, you can always assume that the lieutenant will do something a little bit dumb. Anyway, that's how RBY Pokemon Challenges lost half of his audience. Here we can take on the Rapping Lass, and really, what am I doing? I should have this move in the top slot because we're just going to be spamming Flamethrower this whole time for most of these opponents in this section. I am going to pick up items in case I decide to go Hyper Beam later on in the game. Oh, whoa. Sorry guys, I've got Game Hook on, so it is stuck with me having Flamethrower in the third slot. Rip. I can fix this, guys. I'm sorry, it was a mistake. That's what I get for moving things. No, you guys were supposed to remind me I'm using Game Hook. I never said that, so I can't actually blame you guys, but here in this one, we would be using Flamethrower regardless. And now, with the almighty powers of Game Hook, I have simply put Peck back into that slot, so don't worry. We're fine. So, now we can get on into the Rock Tunnel. We've fought everything that's available on minimum battles up to this point. So it's just time to get into this and see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Take on this Pokemaniac. Look at that one shot. And here, even on the Slowpoke, I think that Flamethrower is the best move. It's not going to use any water type moves, so we're basically fine. And yeah, I mean, like, we could go Fire Spin to try to get it in the range, but this is good enough. Good enough. Yeah, seriously, it's a minor setback, but, you know, I'm sure there's somebody who's going to be on YouTube or somewhere like, oh my god, this whole run's just illegitimate because he, like, just changed his moves in the middle of a battle. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you're changing things on the fly with Game Hook. But, come on, we didn't actually change anything about the run. The whole explanation at the beginning still holds up. No! Sorry, I do use save states in the dark here for routing. Sorry, guys. Once again, I'm gonna get accused once again. I was reading a thread on some forum. Where was it? I was trying to look up something about one of J Rose's runs. Okay. Just full disclosure. So I was trying to look something up. Might have something to do with something that I'm going to do in a little while. But anyway. But I came across a thread where a guy was accusing J Rose of cheating. It was like, what? And he was like, he used all of his rare candies in this section, and then later he had 2 rare candies in his bag, but he never used them. It was like, come on, dude. Especially if he never used them, like, what are you accusing him of cheating for? Anyway, so people can just be silly like that, you know. Anyway, here, Rock Tunnel Hiker. Oh, that self-destruct did so much damage. No! What we're trying to do is Fire Spin and Flamethrower these Pokemon down. Flamethrower? Yes! There we go. We get through. So now we can move on to the final trainer in this section, where I think Flamethrower is the play, guys. I'm just gonna venture a guess that the best decision for most of this run is basically just to mash A and use Flamethrower over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean, he's really not hard, the Rock Tunnel Hiker in general. He has a reputation because he can just self-destruct, 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 but you generally get through him with anything that can lower his attack, anything that can wrap him, of course anything super effective, but also any Pokemon that's bulky enough to take the hits. So even a Pokemon like Exeggutor will actually get through the Rock Tunnel Hiker. It's really terrible. You're just using Barrage over and over again, but it does actually work. I've done it. I think that was another one of my test runs for my new system last summer that never got released. Exeggutor is coming, don't worry. So here, let's take on Rival 4. And here, I'm just gonna use Flamethrower. Yeah. This seems like the best decision. I'll peck there just because of low health. And here, Shelter's only going to use Withdraw, so I'm just using peck to waste some PP there. Or to avoid wasting all my Flamethrowers, really. And there we go. Crispy was left extra crispy after that one. And I think I can just take on the required channelers here while I'm in the tower. Just get some easy XP. Look at Flamethrower just destroy these Ghastly. My god. This isn't even fair at this point. It's kind of painful to watch, honestly. I feel bad for the rest of the game. The fact that we gave this Moltres Flamethrower. So here we go. Oh, not quite a one-shot there on the level 24 Ghastly at the top. The level 23s go down, but not the level 24s. It's okay, though. So I'm just going to pick up the rare candy. I shouldn't need it, but let's just dig out here. And now we can also pick up Swift, because Swift is possibly an exploit when we get to Sabrina. You can definitely exploit Sabrina. Just get her to badge boost you 6 times with Flash. And then, you know, after she's done flashing you, you can just go ahead and use Swift. Destroy her. So Clefairy Girl, she's a joke. Nobody cares about Clefairy Girl. It's been literal months since she's beaten me. And even then, she was just getting lucky, guys. Alright, so we get that. I'm also going to get the... Oh, wait, it's this way. The Nugget. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to end up going Hyper Beam here. I'm going to try to avoid it. Of course, I'd rather do things as close to minimum battles and no TMs as possible. We're trying to get a better score. And that's the real question. Do we get a better score by doing this? But I will at least get the money just in case I need Hyper Beam. So here, let's just sell all these TMs that we don't need, plus nuggets. And I never use vitamins, guys. You shouldn't either. Unless they're like those little like Flintstones vitamins. Then I'm cool with it.
but otherwise, no vitamins, okay? And yeah. I don't know. Did I just date myself by talking about Flintstones vitamins? Do those still exist in the United States? I'm actually really, really curious now because I have not lived in the United States for almost 10 years now. But I will say that when I was a kid, those were the jam. The Flintstones vitamins. The orange ones. They were the best. And if you disagree, well, we just have to disagree, I guess. Okay, so here we get all of the TMs from the little girl. We have taken advantage of a child to give us really valuable things for really cheap soft drinks. And we can just sell them all for money because we can't learn any of them. And now we can also get more money by going to this guy because counter is also garbage and we can just sell it. There we go. So we've gotten some money, feeling pretty good. And now, you know, it's just time to go take on Erica, I think. Okay, we still have the Flintstones vitamins. That's good to know. I'm just saying, mine were like the chewable ones, like not the gummy ones. Those came out later, right? Like they were like the, you know, chewable, like, you know, they dissolve into like a, they'd break down into like a powder basically as you were crunching them. But yeah, the orange ones tasted the best. That's all I remember. So here we can take down this trainer very, very easily. And I'm going to drop a save state because it's just really hard sometimes to move one tile. Oh, I got it on the first attempt. There we go. And now we can just take on Erica, where I think Flamethrower is fine. Yeah, I'm going to venture a guess that Flamethrower is going to be perfectly fine on this fight, guys. What do you think? Oh my god, I know, right? Like, this whole run up to this point has actually been incredibly, incredibly smooth. And next is Koga, who I don't expect to be too hard with Flamethrower. But we do have to beat Giovanni first. He does have a 4x super effective rock throw on his Onyx. That, you know, in theory, on paper, if he was smart, if he didn't just use guard specs, might be a threat to us. But, you know, we can't undersell the guy. He's trying. He's doing his best. You know, I mean, what would you do if some kid came into your place of work and just started causing trouble for you? And then just, you know, you'd want a guard spec too. All right, so here we are, the Rocket Grunt in the basement. We can just go ahead and two-shot there. Both of his Pokemon easily go down. And get the rare candy, perfect. And now we can just move on to Jesse and James. Not really feeling too bad about this one. I think they're going to be a bunch of one-hitters as well. Oops, come on. Need to go to the basement. There we go. All right, boys. Over under. What do you think? Are these going to be one-hitters or are they going to be two-hitters? Is Coughing going to be a one-hit KO? That's the only question in this one. Oh, it's a one-hitter. Come on. So there we go. We get through that whole little bit there, and I should have picked up that other vitamin. No, it's okay. We'll go back. We'll pick up items after this, but Giovanni time. So the only possible issue is this Onyx right here. Fortunately, I outspeed, which means I can go for Fire Spin and then Flamethrower. Okay. And here, I can Fire Spin on this Rhyhorn and then Flamethrower down. And Flamethrower is not a one-shot there on the Persian, but it is a two-hitter. So we'll take that. And there we go. We have gotten through this section. I'm just going to backtrack to pick up items to sell for money in case I do need to get Hyper Beam later on. But otherwise, feeling pretty darn good. So let's just get through this section. There's a vitamin down in the basement. I think it's an HP up if I remember right. No more room for items? What? Okay, I'm gonna toss out these potions. Nobody needs potions. And now we can just dig out. So there we go. We have gotten through that little section. And we can get even more money by just selling everything. Okay. Okay, and I didn't actually need to have so many fresh waters, so I'll sell that too. Perfect. And now this is the whole boring section, guys. I got to do all my housekeeping. I got to come up here. I got to get Fly, and I'm not going to teach Fly to Moltres yet. So I'm actually going to catch a wild flying Pokemon. And yeah. Let's just see. So here, once again, I'm just using GameHook to manipulate the wild encounters. These are not speed runs, so I don't really generally care about having no wild Pokemon. But here, this is the only place where I ever turn them on, just so that I can catch a flying type. You know, so you can kind of view my runs as being like, from the encounter perspective, if you had like perfect luck, right? Yeah, come on, import Australia. What are you doing? Doubting my Moltres. He's gonna be the greatest of all time. He's gonna be on like 3rd position of the tier list at this point. I think this is going to last at least one more gym. Oh, and here I didn't turn off my wild Pokemon. So that's why I just encountered a Doduo in the middle of the Pokemon Center. Sorry, guys. Yes, this happens. Sorry. The game's like, oh, you wanted Pokemon, right? I'll give you Pokemon. Like, Fly could be useful in certain cases, but we might be better off waiting for Sky Attack. Basically, Fly is good when we come up against ghost Pokemon in the late game, and against Pokemon that specifically resist fire, it can give us a stronger move to use against those opponents. I'm thinking about like Slowbro, thinking about Lance's Gyarados. Those would be cases where Fly might give us a better range to knock them out. Okay, so let's take on Ghost Marowak here. And Flamethrower? Oh, not a one-hit. That's kind of disappointing. I think we're going to have to 2-hit here on Team Rocket. They have evolved Pokemon now. So Meowth should just go straight down. There it goes. And, oh, it's a one-shot on Arbok, okay. 2-shot on the Weezing. Yep, called it. Called it. Knew it. Weezing's just a little too tanky, guys. Can't just one-shot it there. So, but there we go. We have gotten through that little section. We can now, I think, go and take on Koga. I don't see any reason not to take on Koga. Okay. Oh, and I haven't gotten the bicycle. Come on. Guys, you're supposed to remind me. And I was supposed to change my name to Flamingo. All right, we got this. Not here. It's here. We're going to be Flamingo now, guys. Let's just go ahead and get him to look at Fuego here. He's Flamingo. Yes. So Flamingo, he's doing great. Still on basically minimum battles. Let's just see. So I think you're good. Yeah, I mean, Blaine, it comes down to whether or not we can outspeed his Pokemon, and that comes down to badge boosts. If they badge boost us so that we can outspeed, we're fine there. And then Giovanni, if we can get to agility before Giovanni, then it's really easy. If we don't get agility and we don't get badge boosts, it's a little rough, but Flamethrower might help. Yeah, exactly. So we didn't use the rare candies on Misty, fortunately. So, oops, I didn't mean to fly back to pallet. So I think we have a chance. And let's see. Let's get this bicycle thing out of the way. He's like, oh my god, bicycle voucher. So now we can go back and actually go on the cycling road. So yet again, guys, if I was a speedrunner, this would already be over. Reset. Be done. Nobody ever watch my videos again. Because I clearly don't know how to speedrun. I'm just too imprecise. But that's okay. That's why I do my own style challenges. Right? Everybody does speedruns. And sorry, I don't even have a timer on this one. I didn't bother to set it up. I'll put it in post. When I edit this down and put it up on the channel, I will put in the timer. Don't worry. So here we are. We have made it down to Fuchsia City. And we can go ahead and take on Koga's gym, where Flamethrower is still probably the best play. So it's two hitters here on the Drowsies. Makes sense. They have really good special. It's looking like it's going to be a two-hitter there on the Kadabra as well. No problem. No problem at all. Now we can take on this second juggler who might be hard. He might hit us with Psychic. That would kind of suck. Oh, critical hit. Nice. Yes. And it's like a three-hitter there on Hypno, but no problem. So I'm going to heal up and then take on Koga, where I think Flamethrower is going to be more than enough. I think it's going to just completely destroy his team. It's just a question of if it's a one-hit KO on the Venonats. If it is, we're golden. Otherwise, we'll have to use Fire Spin to get them in a range and then knock them out, but really not too bad. And then it's about the double teams from the Venomoth. So here, that is a one-hit. That is also a one-hit. That is a one-hit. Psychic did a lot of damage, but then he X-attacks, so we win. Yep, Flamethrower's doing the job, guys. We have gotten through 5 gyms, basically on minimum battles, and Misty was the only spot where we've had a bunch of resets up to this point. That is stupid. Why did they have to do Moltres dirty like that by not giving it Flamethrower in Gen 1? Oh, it's just terrible. Okay, so now I can make my way through. Oh, I don't have any room for items. Come on. Sorry, guys. I got to put things in the PC. I wish that I had a proper backpack in Gen 1 where I could, you know, store all these items, not have to go here every 2 seconds to put things in the PC. It would be amazing. Okay, so then let's go to the Fuchsia City Pokemart. The one that nobody knows exists. Hey! Like, seriously, who came to the Fuchsia Pokemart as a kid? Not me. I always skipped right past it. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. We have changed the name. We're fine. Dude. For sure. I mean, it's definitely probably a coding mistake. I agree, Razador, that not having access to our Flamethrower was probably just a mistake on the developer's part. Here, I'm going to keep Toxic, because if I get desperate, I could always go Toxic Fire Spin at the end of the game. And really, I mean, Lance is the one who's hard. Did you guys watch the video? Lance is really hard. I'm not looking forward to the Lance fight at the end here. Okay, and we can just pick up a bunch of items. Probably gonna get pretty close to being able to get Hyper Beam if we really want to. And I'll try so hard, guys, not to use Double Team in this one. I will take optional battles before I go Double Team, I promise. I'm only picking it up to sell it for money. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig out. Nice. And we can go give the warden his teeth. Very nice. And we can use Charmander to be a strength Pokemon. Which means we can also just get the rare candy right here. That I think I'm not going to use. I'm going to really try to avoid it. Alright, so now it's time to get over here. Go ahead and give this guy a drink. He's like, give me a drink, kid. And now we can move on. Where there's only one Rocket Grunt that we need to fight here. And then we can try our hand at the rival. So here we go. First, this guy. Not a one-hitter there, unfortunately. But we do get the card key. And we can move on to Rival 5. We have no room for items yet again. Oh, rip. I went to completely the wrong place. No. Let's just get rid of all these items. Let's see how much money I have. If I have 110,000 Pokédollars, then I don't need to worry about items anymore. And I think we're going to get there. Yeah, look at this. Just sell that. Sell that. We're very close. We're very close to being able to afford Hyper Beam, but we're not going to waste the time to get it if we don't need it. And I don't think we need it. Not at this point. Yeah. Lance, he's hard. I'm just saying. But yeah, that video was kind of long. Apologies. Yeah, it was blacking out in Gen 1, which, you know, you can do it a couple ways. You can lose all your Pokemon, or you can yeah. Yeah, it was blackout. It was blackout in Gen 1. You know. Yeah, D1D's here. Razador's here. You guys were chatting over in Discord. You know, people were saying, Flamethrower, Flamethrower Teo. We got this. So here we go. We are up against rival number 5. Oh, and we missed the fire spin. But now Flamethrower takes that down. And now we can fire spin on Cloyster. I think we need to get it into range. Flamethrower? Yes, there we go. Now, we also need to fire spin here on the Magneton. This thing is like a tank. So, see, even there at half health, Flamethrower wasn't enough. But it's fine. And we're outsped there by the Kadabra. So we take a reset right there. But let's try this again. Let's... Come on. Fire spin. Why? So yeah, we've just gotten wrecked so far. I'm just kind of going ham at this point because I've already taken a accuracy drop and no point going for fire spin there with the accuracy drop. It's not going to work out. So here now, oh look, this is what happens when fire spin actually works as intended. Okay, there, Flamethrower, nice. Oh, we missed the fire spin. Okay, Flamethrower, nice. Oh, we burned Kadabra. And then we get destroyed. Rip. Okay. Ditto win, seriously. One of these days. The truly impossible solo run. That is, you know, possible somewhat in theory, but not possible. Oh, dude, you're working on Tangela and Ruby. That's dope, Razador. I want to see it. Sorry, I'm already giving up on this one because of the sheer number of sand attacks that I've taken. But I think this is possible. There's a reason why I'm just sitting here grinding. It's because I actually think that this is going to be possible, and definitely better than taking on Blaine at this point. Blaine is actually going to be a little bit hard. Okay, so we take that one down. That was nice. And we need Magneton below half health to take it down with Flamethrower. Here we can go Flamethrower and Flamethrower. Cool. Okay. We do outspeed Flareon, but Flamethrower didn't do that much. And we don't have anything really strong to use here, so... Oh, and he sand attacked me. Ah, the jerk. No! He landed the bite. But this is clearly gonna go. This is clearly possible. We just need to not get bad luck. Or really, I mean, technically we have to get really good luck. It's normal luck to have misses with Fire Spin here, but... I'm doing this to avoid the optional battles. That's all this is about. Okay, Flamethrower there. Fire Spin into Flamethrower there. Oh, wasn't quite a one-hitter there, but that's okay. He used Withdraw. He's 50% to use Withdraw there. Okay, get Magneton into the range. There we go. Oh, dude, finishing up Meganium. Nice. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Okay, so here, let's go for the Flamethrower. Flamethrower, nice. Flamethrower. Oh, and he just bites me down. I should have gone for the Fire Spins there. Rip. Rip. And I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, we could try going Peck, I guess. Peck might actually be stronger there on the final whatchamacall. But no, it's not, because we have Stab on both moves, so yeah. Flamethrower is the stronger play there. Rip. But we should go for Fire Spin there on the Flareon. Okay, we critical hit there. That's nice. And now just Fire Spin, just do your thing, man. Just come on. Oh, and we get Sand attacked. No. And we get Sand attacked again. No. Now we technically have badge boosts and attack, though. So I guess we should try to peck him. But look at all the Sand attacks. Oh. Ah, man. Ah, that kills me. That kills me inside. The Sand attack spam. You know, just leave it to the rival. He's never going to miss a chance to troll me. Never, ever. And I'm pretty sure if I just use rare candies here, I get through this very easily, but trying to avoid that, guys. Trying to keep them for later. Before, really before Giovanni is where I want to use my rare candies, I think. Oh, look at that critical hit there. Okay. What else can we do? We can go and take on Blaine. We can try him. But we need a water type. Okay, rip. And then the other thing that we can do is we can learn a move like Hyper Beam, which clearly would get us through that spot. So, yeah. Okay, we pick up an Eevee. Let's just go evolve this thing. Get down to Blaine's gym before I just sit here and take like all the resets in the world, you know. Oh, and it's the 4th floor I wanted to go to. Here we are. So let's just go ahead and get a Water Stone. Now we can just go ahead and evolve this Eevee if I use the right Pokemon. And we can teach it to surf. And technically, I mean, Blaine is more of the same, of like hoping to basically get him to do just stupid things that let us win, but he is random, whereas Rival 5 uses smart AI, so yeah. But we're at such a low level that this might just not work out no matter what we do against Blaine. And then we just have to go rare candies. And I mean, we're currently at level 33, so 2 rare candies would get us to 1 damage rounding threshold. And otherwise, Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam's the play. Or Fly. Fly could be the play too. Since technically it would be Stab, it would be effectively 100 base power. Okay, so we've got the rare candies, we get the secret key, we can dig on out of here. Yeah, basically, like, it's just about mandatory battles, and, you know, I want to avoid adding TMs as much as possible, if I can. But I also want to avoid using my rare candies early, if possible. So let's just get through this. Let's not make any mistakes on his little quiz here. Okay. There we go. We get through that. And Blaney Boy. Let's just see. He can give us badge boosts. If he tail whips us enough times, we can eventually outspeed. But let's see what our... Okay, we are going to probably level up in this fight, I think, after the 9 tails. But I think we could still potentially outspeed the Arcanine. Let's just see. Let's just try this again. I want him to use Tail Whip on me. Not Flamethrower. Stop using Flamethrower. No! I'm supposed to be the one who uses Flamethrower, not you, Blaine. You're supposed to be bad. There's a Tail Whip. He still outspeeds us at this point, though. We need more than 1 badge boost. Okay. Yeah, there's never any optional battles on the way to Blaine. So, yeah, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Sylph. I'm going to just grind this a couple more times because it's clearly possible to get through this as long as Fire Spin plays ball. And technically, I mean, adding a couple more battles or adding a couple more levels doesn't change things that much. We're still going to need to get enough hits with Fire Spin to get through it. So I think this is just a spot to grind, guys. We're just going to have to grind out some attempts. Oh, and then he just sand attacked me. Rip. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take the reset there. But this is how we can actually get some additional battles that get us more experience before we go and take on Blaine. Rip. We just got poisoned. Which is really bad. Really bad. Okay. Let's try again. Try again, guys. Okay, we take that one down. Perfect. Now we just need to land the fire spins here. We used more fire spins than we actually needed there on the... whatchamacall. Okay, but we take that one down. Okay. Confusion was fine. Okay, we're getting kind of wrecked here with the sand attack. No! Oh, we got through. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, man. We were able to beat the rival. Nice. Yeah, when I was a kid, I just fought everything. So in Pokemon Red and Blue, let's see. I think it's Pokemon Red and Blue. Or is it Pokemon Yellow? Wait, which one is it where you can just walk up to them and directly talk to them? There's one version. Is it Yellow? I think it's Yellow where you have to answer the quiz first. And in the other versions, Red and Blue, I think you could just walk straight up to the trainers and talk to them and fight them. So as a kid, I'd just walk up to everything and just fight it because, you know, who knew about minimum battles when we were kids? I was just fighting everything. I wanted a level 100 Mewtwo, you know? So just fight everything. Trade your Mewtwo to a new game and just fight everything and grind it to level 100. That was my strategy as a kid. Dude, seriously, Tombstoner has to be a real move. That's Gym Leader Matt's thing, though. He's all about the Tombstoner, brother. Oh, dude. All right, let's get into Jesse and James. Now that we've gotten through that, Flamethrower, not a one-hitter. It is a two-hitter. I feel fine. I feel fine. Let's take on Giovanni. He doesn't have any rock-type moves in this one, so... And I have Flamethrower, so I think I'm good. Payday. Everybody's waiting for payday. Okay, there we go. We take that one down. He guard specs. Body slam did a lot, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Oh, really? Is it a DLC now in Scarlet and Violet? That's stupid. I haven't even played the games yet. I've heard great things, but I've been too busy with my own runs. Like, I have, between runs and work, I have not had time to play any other games, period. Like, Razador, you do the whole, you know, Fallout and Pokemon thing, right? And my jams are, like, my other games on the side, the ones that I always play. I play Age of Empires 2. I'm huge into that. Like, just crazy. You should see the amount of YouTube I watch on Age of Empires 2. And Skyrim, of course. I'm just head over heels for Skyrim. I love how broken that game is. Like, I just love broken games, guys. That's what I like. I like things that are just completely just, how did they release this? You know? But yeah, I just haven't had time to play the new Pokemon games. I really want to. I just lost all my street cred. Don't even play Pokemon Go. What is this? You know? I do have Let's Go Pikachu on the Switch, but I've got to Mount Moon and I played no further. Because I just got too busy with the solo runs. Dude. You haven't played Skyrim, that's rough. Alright, let's get into the Sabrina fight. I think Sabrina is going to be easier than Blaine, technically. Here we took one flash and now we can't hit. Clearly the odds are perfectly balanced. Okay, so we got wrecked there, but the strategy might be to just let her use all of the flashes on us. Okay, we took that one down actually in 2 hits. Oh, and we burned. Yes! Come on. Land the fire spin. No. When we get the burn, we just need to land the fire spin and then we can just double up on the damage and we're pretty much golden from there. Okay. Oh, but Psychic just does so much damage here. And even Psywave. Okay. Currently we're at level 36. Got 9 rare candies in the bag. So we can get up to level 45. But we're not going to get high enough. I don't think no matter what we do, we're not going to get to a high enough level to get to get agility before Giovanni without optional battles. Okay. And I mean, technically we could get even one more rare candy, but that'll only get us to level 46, and we've only got 5 battles before, or sorry, 4 battles before Giovanni. So we're just not getting to the level to get agility without taking optional battles. Okay. So we take that one down though. Okay, we got the burn there. Okay, and there we got the fire spin, so now we win on that one. Okay, we burned Alakazam, but then it immediately destroyed us. Okay, so here's where I think I'm going to add my first TM, guys. I'm adding Swift. Swift is the cheat code against this fight, because basically now I'm just hoping to get hit by Flash, basically. Flash again, yes, okay. Now Swift is a guaranteed hit, and Kinesis just gives us more badge boosts. And we survive 1 Psychic at least, so basically, if we can get the luck... Oh, here we didn't take any damage though, or get any accuracy drops. That was actually pretty legit. But there we took Kinesis. Critical hit did the job though. Okay, and we get through. There we go. I switched into Flamethrower when she used Reflect, since it's going to make our attack much weaker, but there we go. 1 TM so far. We're on 34 resets, but we're still in position to get S tier at this point, and that would be pretty darn stupid, if I do say so. So now we're going to come back here. We have no choice. We have to take on Blaine if we're not going to take optional battles. Let's just see. So here we go. Blaney boy. And here I really want him to hit me with Tail Whip, basically. And he doesn't cooperate. We want him to put us in a position where we outspeed, basically. Okay, that was 1 Tail Whip. Okay, he missed the 2nd Tail Whip. Okay, there he got a Tail Whip on us. And we still don't outspeed. Let's just see. I mean, if we got 1 more Tail Whip, we probably outspeed here. Okay, so if I can get 1 more Tail Whip out of that 9-tails. But Tail Whip can fail. That's the issue with this whole fight. And now we're hoping for growls. We don't get them. Yeah, sorry, it's yellow where you have to answer the quizzes. Yes. Okay. Come on. Stop being a troll. Just give me the Tail Whips, man. It's only a 1 in 4 chance for him to Tail Whip, so we are actually asking for quite a lot here to get 3 Tail Whips. Okay, now we only got 2 there, so we need a Growl from this Rapidash, which also will attack randomly, mind you. But he's just going Fire Spin the whole way. My god. That's what I wanted to do to you, Blaine. Okay. We got 2 Tail Whips. Oh, and we knocked ourselves out in confusion. No. Okay, that's one tail whip. Come on. Come on, Blaine. Help me out. Nope, he just attacks. Okay, there's one tail whip. And we get wrecked again. There's gonna be a run someday where he just uses tail whip every single turn. Okay, one. Only one tail whip. Okay. I like when he leads with the tail whip. There's a second tail whip. Okay. Growl? Come on. Come on. Growl. One time. One time. Just give me the growl. Okay. Tail whip. Tail whip. I should just peck to take more turns here until I get the tail whips that I want. Peck is probably the play, guys. Doesn't happen there, though. Okay. Yeah, there we weren't even close, so... Come on, come on. Just one time. Give me like 4 tail whips in a row. That's all I want. Which is like what? 1 over 4 to the 4th power. Like, yeah, not gonna happen very often, guys. It's basically a Gen 1 miss. Okay. Okay, we got 2 tail whips. Pretty easy to get 2 tail whips, but the third one is what we need. Not getting it there, though. Okay. Nope, he just goes hard on Flamethrower. I feel like I'm just not getting the tail whips that I need. There he gave us 1 tail whip. Okay, we got a growl finally from Rapidash, but we couldn't get a second growl out of it. Okay. I don't know, guys. I think I may need to rare candy here. Because let's see. If we add just 3 rare candies, we'll get 2 damage rounding thresholds here. Let's just try this. Sorry, guys. I know everybody's like, no, don't use the rare candies. No, it's too early. But I think this is the play. Okay. There's 1 tail whip. We still need tail whips to outspeed. So we're still going to go for the tail whips here on this one. But there's 1 tail whip. Oh, and he missed the second tail whip. So we definitely still need 2. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, so we take that one down. And now we outspeed. Yes, Flamingo, you've got it. This is basically what I've been going for this entire time. Swift? Oh, he just survived. No. We'll get him extra low this time. make sure that we can take him down. Okay, now Arcanine. Strategy is clearly to go for the fire spins here. We want to get him down as low as possible with fire spin before we go hard on... Oh, look at that critical hit takedown. No. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. We just had to miss. We just had to miss. But we can see 2 tail whips is what it takes here. Now we can just take that one down. Now it's time to go back into our fire spin spam. Okay, we got Growl, which isn't great. But he growls again there where we missed. Oh, he's growling. Yes, keep growling. Every time I miss, I just want to see you try to growl. Okay, let's get him nice and low. There we go. Now I've only got 3 fire spins remaining, unfortunately. So after this, I'm going to have to go all in, basically. Swift, and yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Just couldn't get the tail whips that time. Alright, boys. I think the time has come. I think our best play is to go get our hands on Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is going to allow us to not have to whittle these Pokemon down nearly as much and do pretty strong damage, all said. I mean, fire types generally have better attack stats, so it's definitely the case here with Moltres. So, oh, here, I should pick up all the random coins on the floor first. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. That guy gives coins. This guy gives coins. More coins. All the coins. Yes. But this is going to just take a while. So you might want to, if anybody needs to use the bathroom, anybody needs to go get a drink, now's the time. Because we're not turning back after this. What's up, Philip Murphy? Yeah, recently, man, I haven't had a lot of time to edit, so a lot more has been live commentary. But I hope to hopefully get that to be a better balance going forward with the post commentary. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of spots in the game where you can get through fights by just hoping that your opponent uses the right debuffs on you, right? Tail Whip or Growl or something. But it's just not perfect. Shot of scotch is in order. Scotch, 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 scotch. Nice. You know, you could probably finish that scotch before I get all my 5,500 coins here. This is where we really put, like, how fast can I just mash one finger on a keyboard to the test. Basically. Like, technically I could, what, auto-fire this? No, my auto-fire button doesn't work. Not well enough, no! But this is okay. We're gonna get through this. I'm confident that we're going to win in the end somehow. And we've taken only one optional battle. Keep in mind, just to get the extra rare candy, just because I wasn't sure if minimum battles will be possible. So I mean, that's a small deduction. We're on 60 resets. That's the much bigger deduction at this point. And then the TMs that we're adding are going to be deductions, of course. But here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to purchase Hyper Beam. So I'm going to just go ahead and learn this on Flamingo over Peck at this point. We can get Sky Attack later, so we'll have another flying type move, but there's really no value in flying type moves at this point in the game. I think before we get Sky Attack, there's not really going to be a reason to get a flying type move. So here we go. Blaney boy. Let's try this again. Oh, rip. No. Okay, sorry guys. I know what happened. I still have Game Hook on. Game Hook still is trying to change my move to Peck. Sorry guys. Don't hate me. I gotta change this to Hyper Beam. You guys saw me add Hyper Beam, okay? Nobody go in chat and start saying, oh, this guy's a hacker. He's just hacking Hyper Beam onto his moveset. You saw me teach Hyper Beam. You saw me buy all the coins. Okay, sorry. So now we have Hyper Beam properly now. So, yeah. Let's get back to the recording here. Where, yeah, I can just see. Yeah, definitely should have had Flamethrower on its level up moveset. Level 51, but like I said in the intro, we could just trade it to Crystal and teach it Flamethrower via the move tutor. I just avoid doing the move tutor thing because of the fact that it would affect everything else. Like, now I have to go back and rerun, you know, name any water type or ice type. I need to trade them to Gen 2 to give them Ice Beam. Name any fire type. I need to trade them to Gen 2 to give them Flamethrower. Any electric type, trade them to Gen 2 to give them Thunderbolt. A bunch of normal types, we could just trade them and get those moves as well. So we're doing this just as kind of a special one-off test here. Anyway, so let's get back into Blaney Boy now, where I should actually have Hyper Beam on my moveset. Yes, there we go. So here, still need some Tail Whips. And we did not get them. May as well just use Hyper Beam once just to see how much it does. Oh, it did that much. So Hyper Beam's clearly doing a lot of damage here. So I think if we just get the setup, we're gonna be good. Okay, there's one Tail Whip. There's two Tail Whips. Flamethrower? Yes. Okay, he went for Growl. That was nice. Okay, we took a Fire Spin, but now Hyper Beam? Yes. Okay. Fire Spin. Do not... The second I go to say do not fail, it fails. Of course. Of course. That's exactly how the world works, guys. When you try to tell something not to fail, it's gonna fail. Like 100% of the time. Clearly. Okay. Let's just get the Tail Whips. Come on. Okay. Tail Whip, Tail Whip. There we go. Now we outspeed. We still have about half of our health remaining. We took a Growl, though. That's bad. 2 Growls, even. No, that's worse. Now we have to be really, really conservative. But Hyper Beam? Yeah, see, it only did that much. Okay, and we took yet another Growl. So that And then we missed with Fire Spin, of course. Okay, we got one Tail Whip there. Okay, now we want the Growl so that we can outspeed, and we didn't get it. And he missed Tail Whip that time. All of those moves, even though they're supposed to be 100% accurate, are actually only 75% accurate when it's used by the AI. Again, Gen 1 being Gen 1. They didn't care about 100% accuracy in these games. And there he missed Tail Whip yet again. I wish that these moves were 100% accurate so that I could actually get the badge boost that I want. And we're just going to be stuck here resetting for a little while, I think. I mean, really, what do you guys think? Should I go for the rare candies or not? No matter what we do, Lance is going to be hard. We have 6 rare candies in the bag. Yes, exactly. Rare candies, and it still has to cooperate. Yeah, I don't think this Pokemon's as good as Mew either. Definitely not. Alright guys, you might hate me, but if I'm gonna take optional battles, I want to take them against the Elite Four. They give the most experience, period. And yes, I know I'm in the slow level up group, so using rare candies now is kind of working against me, but I think we're going to be able to get through Lorelei pretty well. I think we're going to be able to get through Bruno. I honestly think we're going to get through Agatha just fine. So it really just comes down to Lance, and we'll probably fight all the way up to Lance, get beat over and over again, but we're getting all that experience from their 5 Pokemon teams. So that's exactly what I'm thinking, Razador. I'm thinking that we do... I'm doing 3 first. That gets us to a damage rounding threshold. At every time your level is divisible by 5, or sorry, by 2, but the game rounds down. It's like 5 over 2, 2 over 5, 5 over 2, 5 over 2. I forget what it is. It's when we're at 0s, when we're at 3s, when we're at 5s, and when we're at 8s, we get damage rounding thresholds. So we just got 1 damage rounding threshold there by using those 3 rare candies, as well as getting higher stats. Now we outspeed with just 1 Tail Whip. Okay. But we're still too slow against the Rapidash. That's the whole reason why we need 2 Tail Whips here. But we are doing more damage. Okay, and there we got a Growl, so now we definitely outspeed. Got 2 Growls even. And now our moves will do more damage because we're at a higher level and we have gotten through a damage rounding threshold as briefly discussed earlier. And Hyper Beam takes that one down. Perfect. Now on Arcanine, Takedown doesn't take us down immediately. That's good. Fire Blast does. Okay. But so we still need two badge boosts here. Okay. Oh, there he gave us the 2 badge boosts on the first Ninetales. That's very good. Oh, and now we got Growled. No. Come on. Didn't want to take that Growl. Let's get him down just a little bit more. And then Hyper Beam. Yes. And here I have 7 Fire Spins, and I'm hoping that they don't miss. We have taken a Growl, which means I can't... I mean, I could go for the crit, I guess, but yeah. Like, we can see Ninetales goes down pretty easily there. Okay. And see, we do not outspeed here. He uses Reflect, but after Reflect, we don't do that much damage with Hyper Beam, so... Okay, we got one Tail Whip there. Another Tail Whip, please. Please. Okay, didn't get it. Growl? Growl? Nope. So we can see, I mean, even at this level, it's definitely not close to consistent. And this is why Blaine is such a wall in these runs. It's just so hard to get through him. So... yeah, Blaine is actually really hard in yellow. Even for fire types. So I'm sorry guys, but I'm going 2 more. Because we get to another damage rounding threshold and now maybe 1 Tail Whip is enough. There, we just couldn't get any badge boosts. Okay, there we got 1. And here we are outspeeding. We're just missing everything. Hyper Beam, there we go. And now, yet again, it's all just about getting, hopefully getting Arcanine into a range, but we just couldn't land the hits. Yeah, Blaine's tough. Blaine's always tough. And basically, there are a few places where there are huge power spikes in the game. And of course, they depend somewhat on your Pokemon's typing, but there are just certain spots where you know that a Pokemon is likely to start to struggle. Typically, of course, Brock is the first one. Misty is the second one, but then typically the next one is Koga and Rival 5. Then is Blaine, then Giovanni. Rival 6 sometimes, but then usually the Elite 4 and the Champion. Those are the only places where you ever, like, really start to fall into difficulty. The rest of the game is actually pretty smooth, so... Come on, Blaine. Just cooperate. Yeah, in Red and Blue, he's much easier because the Growlithe and the Ponyta are just bad. And even though he has quote-unquote smart AI, that would just mean that he wouldn't use Fire-type moves against us. And that just makes it incredibly easy, actually, to get through. Okay, here we are outspeeding, but yet again, just not hitting. Hyper Beam, there we go. But it's also a big part of it is the moves that we're using, because the fact that we're using Fire Spin to try to get through and trying to whittle him down is a big part of why we're having so many resets here. But without doing that, we're just not going to do enough damage. With Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam's great if you can just one-shot your opponent from whatever range that they're at, but it's really bad when you can't. Yeah, D1D, do the legendaries. I am planning to do a follow-up with all of these in Pokemon Red and Blue myself, just to show like how much of a difference it makes, but the more the merrier, man, because you're better at getting speed than me. I'm just here to do, you know, the kind of ridiculous hardcore challenges. You know, Pokemon masochism, that's what I joke around all the time in my live commentaries. My runs are Pokemon masochism. You guys are playing the game. the proper way. I'm playing it in a way that, like, why would you do that? Why would anybody want to do that with their free time? Okay. Oh, and we missed Hyper Beam. Oh, but there we go. We got it. There we go. The critical hit Hyper Beam takes down Blaney boy. Finally. 85 resets. So we're not going to make S tier. We've already added TMs. So, yeah. 2 TMs is more than enough to guarantee that we don't make the S tier in this one. But we are making progress. And that's something. And now it's kind of worth noting that we have to go and take on Giovanni, of course, but we have one advantage. His Dugtrio cannot hit us. Dugtrio in Pokemon Yellow only has ground type moves, which means that it cannot hit flying type Pokemon. So flying types always get a guaranteed win on that Pokemon at least. And that means that Giovanni is actually a decent grinding spot for us too. So if we can't get through Giovanni, I might grind here. And we could add Fire Blast, but I don't think we need to. And look, I haven't even healed. This is how much of a madman I am. I'm just going in here, just flamethrowing things down. But yeah, I don't think Fire Blast adds enough that it's going to make the run much, much better. Yeah, I mean, Brock gets easier in Gen 3 to some extent because of Metal Claw and, you know, Steel type, but he's also harder because he's using Rock Tomb as opposed to using Bide, right? There's so many spots where Bide can give you automatic wins. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so let's get into Giovanni. Let's just try this. Here, I'm just going to go Flamethrower there. That's a one hit. Here against Persian, it's really just about landing the hits. And now we're going for the fire spins on the Nidos. Let's see. Technically, Hyper Beam is stronger, but she also has higher defense. So I'm going to go for fire or Flamethrower there. And Thunder takes us down. Okay, first reset on Giovanni. Right, he only uses Rock Tomb when he can finish you, but he has access to that move. That's my main point. Here we've taken sand attacks, as we've already probably lost, but we do know Swift, hey. Okay, we take down Nidoqueen there. And we get wrecked. Okay. Flamethrower is not a guaranteed one-hitter there. That's kind of disappointing. Okay, but he can guard spec. We always have to remember he can guard spec. Sometimes that's exactly what we need, is just for him to guard spec. Okay, we survived the Thunder there. And it doesn't really matter how much HP we have when we get to... Oh, I didn't get the range. But it doesn't really matter how much HP we have when we get to the Rhydon, because if it hits us with Rock Slide, we're guaranteed to get KO'd. And if it doesn't hit us with Rock Slide, then we have a chance to win. Basically. Oh, and we took Sand Attack. No! Swift. Now I'm just going Swift because I've taken all the sand attacks. We can see that we're doing about half damage here with Hyper Beam. Okay. Yeah, we need a run where we do not take the sand attacks. Okay, we just take that one down just like that. Cool. Now, Screech is a badge boost in special. That is actually Well, it could have been good if we actually hit with anything. Come on. Oh, how disappointing. Okay. Here, Hyper Beam will take that one down. Here, we need to get Nidoking below half health. In fact, I'm going to give it one more. Okay. Now, we've made it to Rhydon. This all comes down to how low we can get his health. And we're definitely not one-shotting there on green health with Flamethrower. I don't think a critical hit even does it, so we take the Rock Slide and we get knocked out. Yep, those were the days, man, Philip, when there wasn't even a move called Water Pulse. Okay, we're getting wrecked at this point. But we've gotten a couple of badge boosts yet again, so maybe we have a chance? Maybe? The issue is that even if we had badge boosts, we lose them here because... yeah. Oh, and we didn't have enough. Okay, guys, I'm going to pop one rare candy to avoid the level up in the middle of this fight. There are still 2 more rare candies, one at the power plant and one in Victory Road. Okay. So Hyper Beam there. Okay, Flamethrower there. Fire Spin here. The only Pokemon that could badge boost us that we'd actually care is the Persian using Screech. Oh, rip, I had 4 HP left. Shouldn't have a reset there. We don't want to get the flame or the sand attack there. Critical hit Flamethrower did take down the Persian. That was nice. Thunder Miss, also nice. Look at 3 Thunder Misses in a row. That was good. Okay, let's just keep whittling this one down. Another Thunder Miss. That was very nice. Hyper Beam will finish that one off. And now it's just about this Rhydon here. And from full health, he knocks us out because we missed. And I should probably actually pop my PP ups into Fire Spin, because there are going to be so many spots where this is the play. But I don't know. I'm going to give it a couple more attempts and then I might just have to start adding optional battles, guys. I know, rip, we've already, you know, gone rare candies. This is already terrible, but there we got paralyzed. Okay, there we go. We take that one down. Oh, didn't mean to fire spin there. Rip. Okay, take that one down at least. But yeah, this just comes down to accuracy luck, basically. Swift finishes that one. Okay, fire spin. Do your thing. Nope. Okay, guys. Like, this is definitely not working out very well, so might just have to give up on the minimum battles, the close to minimum battles thing here. We're technically 1 battle over minimum battles, so we officially quit minimum battles quite a long time ago, but like, even there with a critical hit, he's still one-shotting us. And we're basically going on 100 resets here, so I think we're pretty justified to say, okay, time to just not keep bashing our heads against the wall. We're not going to improve our score at this rate, so the only thing that we can do is take some optional battles. And the way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to keep fighting Giovanni because he gives way better experience than any of these other trainers here. Trust me. If we get to the Nidoking most of the time, as we do, we're getting more experience from just fighting Giovanni and blacking out. So, that is my game plan. And who knows? Eventually, we'll probably get lucky. Hyper Beam, not quite enough there, but okay, we still get through that one at least. But we didn't get through there, so now we black out, and we just come back over here and go back and do this whole thing again. It would have been more efficient to take the optional battles before we used our rare candies, of course, but, you know, I'm just doing this as a test. I'm just doing this to see, really, can we beat the game at lower than level 62? Because that's where we were last time in the optimizing run. Okay, so we get knocked out there again by the Nidoking. Yeah, money? Nobody needs money, Philip. Didn't you see, like, the US stock market just completely evaporate on Friday? Nobody needs money. Oh, man. We'll have enough money, I'm sure. So here, nice critical hit there. Oh, and look at the paralysis. No. Okay, so we get knocked out there thanks to paralysis. The good news is there are still plenty of items that we can sell to get money. There are TMs that we haven't picked up, vitamins that we haven't picked up, and so yeah, if I get really desperate for money, there's lots of things that I can do. Okay, Hyper Beam one-shots there. It's gonna be a couple Flamethrowers here. Hyper Beam will finish that one off. Cool. And we get wrecked by Nidoking, okay? I have to control my impulse, which is just to hit my reset hotkey every time. It's what makes, when I actually try to grind like this, I always make so many mistakes where I accidentally reset. Then I'm like, no, my battle counter went up. Okay, we took a sand attack that time, so I'm gonna go for Swift here instead. Swift right there will finish off the Nidoqueen. And we can't land anything there, so we get taken down. But basically, I'm planning to keep the last two rare candies for Lance and the Champion, I think, is the way to go. Okay, so we knocked that one out once again. We're all the way up to level 50 now. One more level and we can get Leer, guys. Leer. Okay. Swift will finish that one off. Cool. Fire spin this one down into a range. Hyper Beam. There we go. And Rock Slide ends us. Okay. I got better luck in my previous runs on this with him not using Rock Slide or missing with Rock Slide because Rock Slide is not 100% accurate. But in this one, he's like, I have all the accuracy, boys. Okay. So take that one down. We've leveled up enough to learn Leer. I'm gonna not learn Leer, guys. I hope you guys don't mind me not learning Leer. But I think at level 55 we'll get through this for sure. because at level 55 we'll be able to basically take advantage of the fact that we can use agility, get all the badge boosts for free on the Doug trio, and then get through that way. Yeah, exactly. So Hyper Beam takes that one down. Here we'll go Swift to take that one down since he double teamed. Flamethrower can finish that one off as well. Though technically I should save... Well, I don't know. We only need one Flamethrower once we get to the right on into range. I like this critical hit. Oh, there we go. We get through. Okay, level 52 after we beat him. So we didn't have to go all the way up to level 55 to get badge boosts. And yeah, hey, we're through Giovanni, guys. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So we still have 10 levels of headroom before we would officially have to say, like, it's worse than the last run. Let's just see. Flamethrower, Flamethrower, Flamethrower? Yes. Flamethrower. Not a one-hitter there, but that's fine. Hyper Beam one-shots there, and look at the... Oh, not a Hyper Beam one-shot there, but we get through. Okay, KKK. Rival 6 is a joke. Nobody cares about Rival 6. And now we can make our way onto the Indigo Plateau, guys. Oh, and we have to get our HM Pokemon. RIP. Fortunately, I didn't go all the way to the... halfway to the Indigo Plateau before I remembered to get my Pokemon this time. Okay. So, I'm going to go Power Plant first so that I can get the last rare candy that's in there and the Max Elixir and the PP up. Think I'm going to need all of those. And then it's just time to go take on the elites of the elites, guys. The greatest of all. Oh, and I didn't even need Lapras in this one. What a joke. Okay. So here, there's a Max Elixir right there. I'm going to pick up a couple TMs just to sell for money, I think. So, right there. Right there. All right. Get the rare candy. Get the PP up that's coming right here. And everybody, it's wave goodbye to Zapdos time. It's time to see if Moltres can outperform it. We're going to have to get pretty lucky here. So let's just dig on out. Cool. Okay. Dude, seriously. Tangela collab? Are you kidding me? We definitely got to do some Tangela. Okay, so here we go. We can make our way to the Indigo Plateau. This is going to be stupid. We've had to give up on minimum battles, but we're not that bad. We're at 67 battles right now, so we're only... What? We've got 4 more battles coming, so we're like 7 battles over minimum battles. We're not really that bad in terms of battles. Last time was 40 over, right? The issue is we took a lot more resets because I was just trying to make it work. So yeah, there is that. Here, I am going to do that. But now I think I'm actually going to get the Sky Attack TM as well. Not something that I typically would do, but here I actually think it makes sense. There are just spots where Sky Attack can give us like a really good range to knock something out. And it gives us a flying type move, but I don't know. We probably won't actually end up using it, so what can we throw away? We need these full restores. Okay, I'm gonna skip Sky Attack for now. Sorry, I just said I was gonna get it, but I'm actually gonna skip it because I want to save these TMs to get money. Yeah, playing fast can make the routing really hard at certain spots. I got a new wireless keyboard, but just a really cheap one, and the problem was that its keys are too mushy, and they actuate too late, so it's really hard to move just one tile sped up. Like if I played 1x speed, then it's mind-numbingly slow and it's, you always only move one tile, but nobody wants to watch 1x speed. Like everybody speeds up their footage because otherwise it would be just completely unwatchable. Like watch me take 3 hours at least to beat the game, guys. Like it takes me 3 hours sometimes to beat the game without being super slow, so okay, so let's sell the TMs that we definitely can't use. Can't use that. We can learn Reflect. Can't learn that. Okay, so we can now buy a couple more full restores. And now, once again, I might end up grinding against the Elite Four, so we're going to put all the HM Pokemon into the PC. Last time, we needed level 62 to beat the entire game. Can we get through fast or at a lower level than that? Is the question. So here against Lorelei, really we just want to land the fire spins. Flamethrower? There we go. And she's always going to go for Clamp here with the Cloyster. But Flamethrower does decently there. Now we still have to stick with Flamethrower or Fire Spin here, because Slowbro can use Surf. And it's really bulky. Hyper Beam? There we go. Yes. Flamethrower takes down Jinx. And now we need to get good ranges here on Lapras. I wasn't sure if I would get it or not, so I went for one more fire spin there. Okay. I'm just going to take the XP though, because yeah, we're probably going to need it. There, our attack stat got dropped. That's bad. But it does give us a badge boost in special. So, there's good and bad to that, right? Okay, Flamethrower there. We get to level 54 now. One more level and we'll actually get agility. We can see Surf did quite a bit of damage there, but it did not one-shot us. Oh, we missed with Hyper Beam. And even though we burned it, it just didn't work out. Okay. We just need to whittle her down into a range where we can knock her out. As long as we get through one Pokemon, we're at least getting XP. We generally will get through at least 2 Pokemon, though. And Surf ends us. Man, if I could just use X accuracies, this would be so easy. So terribly easy. X accuracy is actually the most broken thing in the game. More broken than badge boost glitch, because if you could X accuracy and use fire spin, just insta win every time. Like, that's why real speedruns are so broken in Gen 1, because they're all about X accuracy. We're getting a lot of withdrawals on this one. There we go. Take that one down. We can learn agility. Yes. I'm learning agility over Swift. Yeah. X accuracy with trapping moves. Just stupidly broken. Oh, there we go. We got through. Yes. Lorelei goes down at level 55. So now, full restore time. How am I doing on PP? I think I have enough to get through. Yeah, I mean, Horn Drill, Fissure with X accuracy, also completely broken, but lots of Pokemon don't learn those moves, right? But if they learn a wrapping move, they wouldn't need it, basically. They just wreck everything. So here we go. On Bruno, I'm going to lead off with all of the agilities. Now, Flamethrower, just one-shots. Yes, look at the badge boost. Just allow us to completely destroy this team. Oh, Machamp survived. No. We took him down. So there we go, folks. Yeah, anything that is in any tier would basically be A tier or S tier with X accuracy. Let's see. I'm going to use a PP recovering item here before we go into the Agatha fight. Agatha comes down to Fire Spin and Flamethrower and agility so that we can outspeed. Agility is also very much broken here because it allows us to outspeed everything and then use our Fire Spin on it. Look at that. Hyper Beam, take down the Golbat. We are getting a lot of crits, but I'll take that. Oh, we get paralyzed. No. But technically, we can just use agility here. Get our speed back. Now we outspeed. Basically, even though your speed is reduced by the paralysis, when you use agility after you're paralyzed, it recalculates your speed as if you weren't paralyzed. So we outsped everything, and we take Agatha down on the first attempt. Very, very nice. So now we get to the single hardest trainer in the game for a Moltres. It is time to take on Lancey Boy. So I am using a rare candy here. I do not want to level up in this fight, and this is going to come down to getting the agilities, basically. So I think the best strategy based on my previous experience here is to go for the trapping moves here on the Gyarados, try to get it in a range. It's not a one-shot with Hydro Pump, fortunately, but we have to try to get it down enough. Look at all these misses that it's gotten, though. But yeah, we still need to get it down probably below half health to have a shot. Let's just see, what does Hyper Beam do? Okay, Hyper Beam does about half. So basically we need to get it down to about half health and then hyper beam it down. And then the Dragonairs, I think we just need to get like one decent fire spin and then we can hyper beam them down. Okay, and hyper beam, very good. Let's just see what hyper beam does. Not quite a one-hitter there, as we can see. In fact, it survived long enough to be more of a pain to us. Okay, and it's clearly going to be at least a 2-hitter there on Aerodactyl. Okay, but we're getting some good information here. So I think this is possible at our current level. Basically, we just need to whittle this one down enough without getting wrecked. And then basically like one really good fire spin on each of the Dragonairs. Okay, so that one goes down. Ah, and we missed. So yeah, we're losing that one. What's up, Scott's Thoughts? How you doing, bro? Thanks for popping by. Got D1D in here. Everybody's hanging out in here. What's up, guys? We're just trying to beat a good old Lancey boy with a Moltres that knows Flamethrower, Gen 2 trades, you know, that stuff. But this is kind of dicey waters here. Oh, I didn't need to. Oh, and don't use items. No, no. Okay, there we go. We take that one down. Now, Bubble Beam kind of sucks, but Hyper Beam should take that one down now. We need one agility at least. We're probably getting wrecked here, though. Oh, he missed the fly. Yes. Okay. Fire spin. Don't fail. Please don't fail. Okay, Flamethrower takes that one down. Now, it's really just about the fire spins here on the Dragonite. Hyper Beam? Oh, I just missed the range. No. Oh, it was so close. My goodness. Oh, yeah, for sure. Scott, how's your voice doing, man? I think it was on Twitter you said that your voice was going out. Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Let's try this again, guys. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. I have the faith that we're getting this. Because this one just literally came down to I just didn't have the range there on the Dragonite. I might have gotten a good roll. I might have gotten a bad roll. I don't know. But if we had gotten a better roll, we might have been able to get through that. Here, Hyper Beam should finish that one off. Agility should allow us now to outspeed. Okay, Flamethrower, good. Here. And Blizzard wrecked us. No. Oh, this is going to be so painful anytime with Fire Spin, but I know I'm getting through, guys. Not that time, though. Yeah, on the first Dragonair, I don't want to set up the agilities because so much of the strategy here requires Fire Spin to get opponents into a range where I can then knock them out. And that first Dragonair is going to use Thunder Wave quite often. So second Dragonair also a little bit rough. So really, if we're going to set up all the agilities, we have to get to the Aerodactyl with decent health or go for the misses on the Gyarados. Which, I mean, also can happen, not a lot, but some percentage of the time. Granted, when Scott's Thoughts is telling you to go for the agilities on the first Dragonair, you know, that's when the game's going to be like, this is the way that this works. Oh, and I missed the range there. Rip. Now I can go for the agilities since I'm already paralyzed. But, yeah. The main thing is if I wasn't relying on Fire Spin later on, then definitely going for the agilities there would be the play. Okay. Let's try this again, guys. But yeah, that's probably the play actually, is to go for all the agilities on the Aerodactyl if I get there on decent health, which I can get there on full health. It's just a matter of whether or not the Fire Spin chooses to cooperate. It's a really close range there on that. Now Hyper Beam will definitely one-shot though. Okay. Hyper Beam takes that one down. Perfect. I think Hyper Beam will take that one. Yes. Okay. Let's go for agility, guys. 3 agilities right there. Maximum badge boosting. We've unleashed our full potential. So we take that one down. Thunder kind of hurt, but we survived. But not a blizzard. Yeah, definitely rest would be more viable here, but we do not have rest, Scotty. We went right past rest. I consider rest to be a broken TM, so I don't use it. Oh yeah, we got this. This is just a matter of resets, purely. Like, we've already seen the ranges, we've already seen that it can work. It's really just... There are those spots where it's like, do I go for one more Fire Spin, which, you know, will 30% of the chance miss, or do I go for the Hyper Beam and hope to get the range, right? Like, those are the things that really, for me at least in solo runs, are kind of the most interesting spots, because you just don't really know what you should do. Like, both plays seem to make sense. Okay. Let's get one more. Hyper Beam? Yes! There we go. Okay. We got it, boys. We got it. 111 resets. Okay, it's not great. But it's not terrible. We are at a lower level than I beat the game in my previous optimizing run. We're only at level 58 now. We're not going to be better on the tier list. We've added... What's that? Well, Swift and Hyper Beam. Did I add any other TMs? Remind me, folks. Swift, Hyper Beam. So that's 2. And then I've taken optional battles, that's right. So yeah, we're probably not beating our previous score, but that's fine. Let's take down the champion. Nobody cares about the tier list. It's all about winning. Winning, guys. Okay, we can take that one down. Here, let's go for 1 agility. Oh, we got the... I didn't recover PP. No, rip. And we got confused by the Psybeam anyway, so that was pretty bad luck all the way around. I still have a rare candy. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? I got too excited about beating Lance. Okay, here we go. Let's do this properly this time. So here, I'm going to... I mean, what the heck? If I don't get poisoned, I may as well just set up here. Hyper Beam there. Flamethrower there. It's probably still a range on Magneton, so I'll do that. It's Probably still a range on Cloyster, so I'll just do that. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go for the Hyper Beam. Oh, he survives. Are you kidding me? And the full restore, you jerk. We get the range on the second one. There we go. So we have leveled up to learn Sky Attack. We just hit the level to learn Sky Attack. Level 60. I'm not going to learn Sky Attack though. There we go, boys. We have taken down the entire game. Level 60, 2 levels lower than my last run. But, I mean, what did we learn? We learned that Flamethrower would have made most of the runs so much better. And since Flamethrower is available via just trading to a Gen 2 card and adding a move tutor, you know, Pokemon Crystal, it's a legit play. My issue with it is that if I do that with every single Pokemon, then basically everything could just go through the entire game with Flamethrower, Ice Beam, or Thunderbolt. And then, I mean, every run would basically be the same. But it is interesting to note that if we gave our Moltres Flamethrower, it would do much better for most of the game. But at the end of the game, of course, it doesn't make that much of a difference. You're either adding TMs anyway to get stronger moves, more coverage, or you're, you know, leveling up a bunch to be able to get through. About level 73, you can beat the game without any TMs. Basically, it's fine at that point. So, there's only one last question. For all you folks who've been hanging out, Scotty, thank you for popping by. Razador, thank you for being here. D1D, Import Australia, Adventures of Link, he was here at the very beginning, giving me the tips. I appreciate you guys. And I don't know why I'm going through Viridian Forest. We know where I'm actually going. We're going to take on Mewtwo. Of course. It's redemption time. Yeah, so Hyper Beam has so many broken things, Scott, where, yeah, it's basically whenever they do something non-standard, it just completely breaks the recharge of Hyper Beam. So we already know the wrapping moves break Hyper Beam, items break Hyper Beam. I'm trying to forget, or trying to remember, there was something else I saw that completely messed up with Hyper Beam and just caused it to hit again. But regardless, hey, I'll take it. Gen 1's gonna glitch, guys. That's why I love this game so much, because it's just so full of things that you can never even... Like, you have to put in so many hours and so many runs to know everything about these games, even 25 years after they originally came out, that I still have fun playing them. I hope you guys are enjoying as well. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things, Scott, that are broken here. You know, in Pokemon Red and Blue, there are a bunch of walls that you can glitch through here in Cerulean Cave. I mean, there's just so much. Oh wait, I'm not facing the water, rip. Okay, so boys. Let's just see, sorry. Oh, really? Now, I didn't know that about GameHook, that I could do that. Because that's ridiculous. Just walk through walls to get to Mewtwo? Nice. Okay, so let's take on Mewtwo here, where the strategy, I think, is pretty simple. Agility, agility, agility. And now let's just fire spin it into a range. You have no shot, Mewtwo, unless I miss. And now, Flamethrower ends it, boys. So there we go. Flamingo. With the power of a Flamethrower, he takes down the entire game of Pokemon Yellow on 0 DVs. We managed, with the addition of Flamethrower to basically get all the way to Blaine on minimum battles. I mean, we took one optional battle to get the extra rare candy, but outside of that, we were basically on minimum battles and with no TMs up to that point. After that, I mean, fire types are just really bad in Gen 1, so you're always going to have to add some, but, you know, still not bad. Trust me, when we get to doing other fire types, it's going to be like, Moltres is going to be probably the second best fire type after Arcanine, if I'm going to guess right now. So, yeah. Boys, thank you very much. And let's just see. My favorite meme is that Missing No returned. Oh, really? Missing No's back? Now that I did not know. We need some Missing No action. All right, boys. Well, anyway, it's very late here in Japan. It's, yeah, well past 1 in the morning. So I got to work tomorrow, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. See you in the next one, guys. Later.